And welcome back to today's Retirees with Certified Financial Planner Wayne Maslick of Great Lakes Benefits and Wealth Management. Today's topic is gambling. And Wayne, as we have gone through some of these questions and some of these, as you've discussed, gambling, stock market, casinos, all of the above, what is the proper or correct approach to handle this?
That's a great question. And it varies by family. I always say it depends. We've talked about the rule of 100 before.
Mm-hmm.
And, the rule of 100 is if you're, say, 60 years old, I like trying to direct people to have about 60% of their money in non-risk investments.
Mm-hmm.
You have to beat inflation. In my opinion, you got to earn, at least 2 to 5%, 3 to 5%. You don't want to just have your money sitting in a, 0.1% money market or savings account.
Sure.
Although you should have some money there, don't get me wrong. So about 60% in safe stuff, and then you go ahead and gamble with the rest.
Mm-hmm.
And to the degree you gamble, it's up to the client and their risk tolerance. With their risk money, do they want to be conservative with it? Take just a little bit of risk. Do they want to be middle of the road, or do they want to get aggressive?
Mm-hmm.
But only with 40% of their money if they're 60. If they're 70 years old, then they should only do that with about 30% of their money.
Okay.
That's my general rule of 100. If you talk to a stockbroker, they're going to say, well, we like the rule of 100, but instead of 60% in safe stuff, 60% in bonds, 40% in stocks. In my opinion, that's still 100% risk, because bonds are risk too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you don't want a City of Detroit bond right now. Right?
Exactly.
Or those folks that had a Chrysler bond or a GM bond. Ask them if bonds are safe or not. They're not. So when I say the rule of 100, it's that portion, your age, in safe investments,
Mm-hmm.
investments that can't go backwards, and then the rest of their money in risk stuff.
All right. So when we are looking at our investment, our retirement portfolio, we should really be looking at, if I'm 70 years old, I should have 70% of what I own or what I have in some...
You have to invest. What you have to invest.
What I have to
Mm-hmm.
invest.
Mm-hmm.
In some sort of safe, and a bond is not what you're talking about. You're talking about other types of products.
Yeah, I mean, there's a myriad of investments that are safe where you can earn a nice rate of return. The only bond that I feel is a safe bond is a government bond. Okay, and we know those aren't paying a whole lot, but yeah, there are options. I don't want to get into a sales pitch on this show. This is an informative show. So and when we say this 70%, that's just a starting point, the rule of 100.
Sure.
Folks don't have to follow that. They could say, Wayne, that's too safe for me. I'm willing to take more risk than that. They have to come up with their own safe risk ratio.
Sure. And that's why it's important, friends, to pick up that phone, 866-626-3990, and sit down with Wayne. Make an appointment. If it's a weekend, please leave your name and number. They'll give you a call back. But sit down with Wayne and decide and figure out what makes sense for your family. As we start a new year, as we're going through this, now is a great time to sit down. You've made new resolutions. All of us are on diets. We're doing all of these things. I don't know how long those will all last, but something that you really need to do is sit down with a certified financial planner like Wayne and really figure this out for your family. When we come back, big question, do you have to be in the market? We'll be back right after this.